Man, oh man. Shalom. Welcome back. We back at it. Welcome back to the next episode. Episode 23, part 23 of the Black Jacobins. Reading with Shalom. Reading with me, baby. I'm Shalom. Oh, man. We're trying to finish up chapter 13, man. We are here trying to finish up chapter 13. Not trying to. We're going to. We're going to. Well, not today. We still got 100 pages to go. And sea of pages that has been laid to us by Mr. C.L.R. James, the Black Jacobins, man. Shalom, everyone. Shalom, everyone, man. When you come in, man, chop it up in the comment in the chat so I can see the chat working. Don't put no humbug in there, man. You know, stay respectful. Stay respectful in the chat, man. Oh, Lord. I've been tired, but I'm all right today. I've been tired, but I'm all right today. Hey, man, we got shit. Damn, there's a word already. I'm going to have to look up. Denuded. But we're going to push through, man. We are almost to the end of the sea of pages. We are almost to the end of this sea of pages. Denude. What is denude?
Denude.
Past tense, denuded. To strip something of its covering, possessions, or assets, to make bare. Most women have been denuded out here. Oh, man. Yeah, chapter 13. Chapter 13, the longest chapter of this book. The longest chapter of this book, man. We're on page 310, and we have to get to 367 or 377, I want to say. 377. Yeah, 377. We got to get to page 377. We're on page 310 right now. Oh. And then we'll be finished with chapter 13. Then all we have left is the appendix, and we'll be out of there. We'll be finished. This another book have been assassinated, man. Another assassination accomplished. Another sea of pages we have traversed till we met the X marks the spot. So welcome to everybody that's coming in, man. Shalom, man. I'm out here. Shalom. Reading shit. Let's read, baby. Reading shit, learning shit, we growing shit, we carving shit, we building shit, we trying to be better, we trying to build better habits, learn, be better people, stronger, be better in health, all those different things. Try to make adjustments. What up, Zion City? Shalom, shalom. Making adjustments in our life, or at least I am, and that's my objective too. I got to be better for my sons, man. I got to be better. It don't matter the weather. I got to be better. And right now, oh, the sun coming up. Oh, I weed eated yesterday. I got to cut the grass today. Oh, Lord. But it look like it might rain. So I might not be able to cut it again. Shit. My yard be too sloppy. But anyway, man, we got some shit to do. I hope that y'all have been doing the workouts at the beginning and at the end of the episodes. If so, man, you should be ready to move up. You should be feeling better about yourself. You should have accomplished and see that you can accomplish more than maybe you have done before. And maybe that was giving you the little oomph you needed to maybe start your fitness journey in your own life. You know, hopefully. Yanli, shalom, hopefully. But I done moved up. I know it's been working for me. I definitely needed it. I work out, but I hate working out by myself. So I'm using y'all. I'm using y'all to be my gym buddy, my workout partner, you know, so to speak, you know. And hopefully, you know, if you have done, you know, you can say that's something you can say you have done. You have moved your body somewhat. I only ask of y'all to do 25 things, but I'm about to start moving that shit up. Y'all need to do 50. If I'm doing damn 250 things, y'all gotta at least do 50. Shit. 25 ain't nothing. A quarter? Oh, I need 50 cents. I need the full 50 cents. You know. But, you know, the little bit. If you do rock with some of the things that I do, and you don't have to do exactly what I do, just do something that you can do your own. But if you do the number I do, uh, think about how the numbers add up. The numbers will add up over time. And the consistency that you may have, you will be able to see a difference in yourself. Even like with me reading, the consistency that I have shown myself, even though I ain't been consistent a lot, but when I am consistent and being I've been doing this for a while now, my reading has elevated. I do see a difference in how I read, you know, my understanding of words and this and such, so on and so forth. There is a difference, one that can be seen. If I go back and look at my first videos when I started reading to videos now, I read way better now. Way better now. The same would be said for you working out. If you look at yourself when you first started doing it to how you may have been now, if you have been being consistent with it, you should be able to see a difference within yourself, physically and mentally. So that's what we're trying to do, at least in this session or in the reading with SHILO sessions. We're trying to build a better habit, build better habits by working our body, working our mind, and work our body again. That is the routine, or that has been the routine. And since I'm the captain of the ship, I always try to give y'all a little bit more and a little bit extra. You know, the pirate on the sea of pages. Get out of my face. Yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna make y'all walk the plank. Walk the plank. Off with the head. We got to be better, man. We got to do better. We got to set examples. We have to be the examples, and I'm definitely trying to set the example and be the example by pushing myself to do a little bit of workout, a little bit of something. Because there's some days, man, I be so tired and I don't want to do shit. Oh, I don't want to do nothing. But I figure if I push myself to do something, maybe you'll push yourself to do something. Whatever it is, whatever it is. So I'm about to start and do my 100 jumping jacks and do this 100 other shit that I started doing yesterday. The knees and toe touches and shit. Excuse me. And then 50 push-ups. That'll put me at 250 things. And by the end of the episode, that'll put me at 500 things for the episode. Or for this episode or this reading, this time, within this hour. 500 things. And I still got to do more. I can't let it stop at that. I can't let this be the only thing I do for me. But if you do something with me, at least you will have done something. You can say that you have done something. At least you've done something for the day. And everybody needs to get their ass up and do something in the day. As long as you have breath to breathe, then you have all you need to succeed, man. So let's succeed. And if we succeed at small, then we can keep working our way and build up the confidence so we can succeed at great and succeed at big. So let's do it. Let's do it. And if not for you, do it for the children that come after you. Or do it for those who may be watching you that you don't even know who's watching you. Let's do it, man. We got it in us. Let's spark the revolution in our own minds and show ourselves we can do it, and then hopefully spark the revolution in somebody else's mind. Man, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I know I feel better when even though I don't want to do this shit. Oh man, I feel better after I do it. You know, I feel better, but my stomach I like waking up feeling slim. Oh yeah, I like waking up feeling slim. I don't want to wake up. I hate waking up feeling fat. Oh man, I know I'm not fat, but I hate waking up feeling fat. You know, so we're about to get in here and do. Like I said, I'm about to do 100 jumping jacks and 100 other things and 50 push-ups. Man, y'all give me 50 things. 50 things, whatever it is you can do. And if it's push-ups, fine, do push-ups. If it's jumping jacks, fine, do jumping jacks. If it's burpees, do 50 burpees. Do lunges, whatever it is that you can do, man. If all you can do is sit down and touch your toes on both sides, man, give me 50 of them. Give me 50 of them. Give me 50, excuse me, 50 somethings. Just don't cheat yourself. Just don't cheat yourself. Be honest with yourself. You know who you are. You know your body. You know what you can do. Just do something that's in your capabilities, you know. But don't bullshit yourself. Don't bullshit yourself. Let's get it though. Let's get it so we can start reading, man. So we can start. I'm trying to keep I'm trying to keep these lives down to about an hour. At least the reading lives down to about an hour. What up, Auntie? I'm trying to keep the reading lives down to about an hour. So let's hurry up and get the 250 out of the way for me, and we can start reading. We can get back to the Black Jacobins. The Black Jacobins, the Tucson Louverture and the San Domingo Revolution by C.L.R. James. Get out them damn woods, Auntie. Get yourself together. Let's go, man. 100 things, 50 things. I ask you, you do 50 things. I'm going to do my 250 things. Even though I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. So let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get it together, man. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 4, 85, 86, 87, 8, 9, 90, 91, 92, 3, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Ooh, I feel it in my thighs. Oh, I feel it in my thighs. Oh, I feel that shit. I feel it. Can you feel it? Hell yeah, I feel that shit. Oh, shit, I feel it. I feel it. I'm going to see what you're talking about after I'm done with my 250. Let's get it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 70, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 3, 84, 85, 86, 7, 88, 89, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh, it wasn't as bad as it was yesterday. Oh, it still hurt. It still hurt. But that's all right. That's okay. 50 more and then we're going to read. 50 push-ups, then we're going to read. 25 up, 25 down. Whew, let's get it. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 25. 25 down. Let's get 25 down. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I lost count. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't stop. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 250. That's my 250. Oh, shit. My 250. And all I ask of you is 50 things. But I put my 250 in there. I can feel it. Let's see what the hell my auntie told me. Oh, man. All right. That's what's up, living man. That's what's up. Yeah, we got to do something, man. We got to push ourselves to get better, to be better, to be better. That's what's up. Keep, what's up, baby? All right. So the routine is work your body, work your mind, and then work your body. So if you have done, all I ask for people to do is 50. Well, 50 now, but 25 things. So if you have done at least that, at least 25 things, that would put you for at least 50 things for the day, or at least 50 things to get you started and hopefully to get you motivated to push yourself to do more. So, but since I done up my ante, I'm up to 250 now. I'm up to 250 things now. So that's going to put me to 500 things per episode of Reading with Shalom, which going to have me, man, if I keep at it, that's at least 500 a day. That's at least that. At least 500 a day on that, as long as I read on the daily. And it'll also put me at least an hour in working my mind and putting something into my mind. So let's get that going. Now it's time to work our mind. We done worked our body on the coming in. Let's work our mind with the Black Jacobins, the Toussaint Louverture and the San Domingo Slave Revolution by C.L.R. James, the sea of pages that has been laid before us. And it's time to row our way through that as I'm out here pirating and searching for the treasures that they have dropped and stored and hidden beneath the sea of pages. And then we're going to work our body once again on the going out. And we're going to continue to try to build a better us and build better habits and continue to grow. Continue to grow. Grow. Because there's people watching you, whether you know it or not. It's people watching you, observing you, and you need to be better. So we're in chapter 13. Chapter 13, we're on the downslope of the book, The War of Independence. The War of Independence is the name of chapter 13, and we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. Oh, you can keep them running, auntie. I ain't about to run no miles. Oh, hell no. I ride some bicycles some miles, but I ain't about to run no miles. Hell, I might need to run some miles, but I hate running. Oh, you like Papa? I hate running. All right. The Black Jacobins. Let's get it. The Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James, Toussaint Louverture and the San Domingo Revolutions, Chapter 13, The War of Independence. This is part 23. Yet, denuded as it was, the remains of the army had done its work in the first shock, and the rainy season would soon be coming. Now, Leclerc had to get the black generals in his power, and that seemed as far off as ever. But hereafter, stroke of luck befell him. Now, Maurepas, victorious over Debelle and Humbert, understood that Leclerc would now send more detachments to overwhelm him, and he prepared to evacuate his position and make contact with Toussaint and Christophe. Now, in addition to Maurepas, known education and character, he had under him the crack regiment of San Domingo and the 9th Brigade, of which all San Domingo boasted that it never surrendered. But Desfreno had lived and fought under Toussaint in San Domingo with the black soldiers, and while Leclerc's armies were attacking, Desfreno was writing letters like these. You know me, Commandant Andre, and you know that no one has worked harder than for the liberty than I. And you were a captain under me 5 years ago, and you have always conducted yourself well. Now the commander-in-chief instructs me to tell you that you will be maintained in your command if you decide to come to me and join us in restoring order and tranquility in your country. And if you agree, send me someone to fix things at once. And I have never broken my word, and you can count on me. And Desfreno asked another of Toussaint's officers to denounce the abominable slanders that the rebels were spreading about the intentions of the government. And you know me, I would not serve in this army if the operations had any other aim than to consolidate your liberty and safeguard their persons and your property. Was Desfreno concerned? And the question is irrelevant. It was Leclerc's decision that mattered, and even if Desfreno was sincere, when Leclerc unmasked himself, Desfreno was not going to join the men he had deceived. But such appeal was powerful, and the French had come merely to restore French authority. Then what was the use of this war? Now Toussaint, even then, had not declared independence and had never made any clear governmental pronouncement about Leclerc's intention to restore slavery. And their correspondence proves that some of these officers revolted at the restless command to burn and ravage the country yet once more. Now, Guibert, holding the key position of Gros Morne, surrendered, and then one by one, as each released the difficulties previous defections put him in, and in line of commandants submitted to the French, they were welcomed and confirmed in their commands. Thus, Maurepas found himself cut off, and he cursed his treacherous subordinates and told them that they wanted to become slaves again. And if they wanted to go, said Maurepas, then they could at least have told him so that he could withdraw his own forces in time. And obviously, these officers did not want to be slaves again, and the struggle still seemed a question of taking which side you wanted. Now, Maurepas could not stay and be annihilated or join the French and retain his command. He surrendered, and Leclerc welcomed him warmly, as well he might. And the masses in the north were moving, but the surrender of Maurepas stopped the growth and the development of the new movement of insurrection that Boyer and the Rear Admiral Magan could scarcely restrain with the soldiers of the artillery and of the fleet with which they were reinforced. Now, the vacillation of the leaders was killing the revolutionary ardor of the people at every turn, and it was to the moral effect, produced by the surrender of Maurepas, continues Leclerc, that the Captain General Leclerc owed the possibility of pursuing the revolt of Toussaint Louverture to its last hiding place. And worse still, to prove his loyalty, Maurepas was set to clear the country of the brigands, in other words, the revolting masses. And that was now his duty. and Leclerc carefully surrounded him with white troops, and Maurepas had no choice. To weaken him, Leclerc distributed numbers of his men in other regiments, so that the masses saw themselves hunted down and rounded up by white troops, aided by the men whom they had hitherto looked upon as their staunchest defenders. Now, morally and materially strengthened, Leclerc now began another movement which should converge on Toussaint, Christophe, and Dessalines at Veretz. Instead of Gonaives, Maurepas, instead of the victorious enemy, was an ally, and Boudet, refreshed, was on the way from Port Republican, and Leclerc was becoming anxious. I am master of the North, but also all of it has been burnt, and I can expect no resources from it. There are laborers assembled and armed in 20 spots, and the rebels are still masters of a part of the West, and they have burnt the positions they no longer hold. For the present, I can expect no supplies from there, and the government must not think of the money it is spending to ensure the finest colony in the world and preserve those it possesses in the Antilles. For it is here at this moment that is being decided the question of knowing whether Europe will preserve any colonies in the Antilles. And near the Petite Riviere, in the interior of the fortress of the Crita Perro, commanding the entrance to the mountainous Cohaise regions where Toussaint was reserving his forces for the moment. It is not a great natural strength, and being on ground rising to no more than the height of 300 feet, but it was strongly fortified. And in the confusion which followed the early successes of the French, the blacks had abandoned it, and Dessalines and Lamartine, marching north from Port Republican, was about to raise it to the ground when Toussaint stopped him. Now, Toussaint had shaken off Rochambeau after the battle of the ravine à Colivres, and he threw out a light curtain of troops in front of the Rochambeau, and the French general followed them, and they led him in a great circle over the Grand Coas Mountains to disappear altogether after days of pursuit. Now, Toussaint, meanwhile, drew off his main forces and arrived just in time to meet Dessalines and place a new plan before his generals. And burning with fever, outnumbered and surrounded, he was about to attempt the most audacious stroke of the war, a new offensive, and therefore wanted Crita Paris held and entrusted it to Dessalines. And the men with him now could be depended on never to submit to the French, and were following him partly out of the political conviction and partly out of the personal loyalty. There were mulattoes and blacks among them, but he spoke to them all as his children. And yes, you are all my children, from Lamartine, who is a white who is white as white, but who knows that he has Negro blood in his veins, to Montpoint, whose skin is the same as mine. I entrust to you this post. They replied that he could rely on them living or dead, and at the hand of the few hundred soldiers, Toussaint set out for the north. He would get through Leclerc's advancing forces and raise and organize the laborers, and by threatening or cutting the long French line of communications with Le Cap, make Leclerc alter his plans or throw his forces into confusion. Now, 12 years later, Napoleon, in the greatest of all his campaigns, the campaign of 1814, would attempt the identical maneuver in face of the Allies swarming in Paris. Dessalines understood the defense, and he threw up the redoubt at some distance from Crete à Paris and left detachments to man them both, and went to meet de Belle, who was coming south toward Veretz to make contact with Dubé. Now, Dessalines would not give battle but retired to ward Crete à Paris, and keeping his forces just ahead of the hotly pursuing de Belle. And as he reached the ditch which surrounded the fortress, Dessalines jumped into it, and all his men followed. And leaving the French exposed, withering fire from the fortress mowed them down. Get the asses. 400 fell and 2 generals were wounded, and hastily retreating, they took up position outside the fortress and sent to Leclerc for reinforcements. Now Dessalines entered the fortress and completed the preparations for the defense, but already his untutored mind had leapt forward to the only solution, and unlike Toussaint, he was taking his men into his confidence, and as they prepared the defense, he talked to them. Take courage. I tell you, take courage. The French will not be able to remain long in San Domingo. They will do well at first, but soon they will fall ill and die like flies. Listen, if Dessalines surrenders to them 100 times, he will deceive them 100 times. I repeat, take courage, and you will see that when the French are few, we shall harass them, and we shall beat them. We shall burn the harvest and retire to the mountains, and they will not be able to guard the country, and they will have to leave. And then I shall make you independent, and there will be no more whites among us. And independence, it was the first time that the leader had put it before his men. And here was not only a program, but tactics. And the lying and treacherous Bonaparte and Leclerc had met their match at last. And while Dessalines remained in Crête-à-Paris, Lamartine took command of the redoubt, and his wife, Mary Jane, had joined him and took her share in the defense. Now Dessalines, naked to the waist, with dirty boots, a hole in his hat where a bullet had passed through, patrolled the ramparts, glasses in hand, and he had thrown small detachments of scouts right round the fortress, awaiting the approach of the French reinforcements. And getting the news from de Belle, Leclerc knew that Crête-à-Paris had to be taken as quickly as possible and order the concentration there of all his forces. Now, Boudet arrived first, and Dessalines on the ramparts placed a barrel of powder next to where he stood, and with a lighted torch in his hand, invited those of the garrison who wished to become slaves and the French to leave. And we are going to be attacked. And if the French put their feet in here, I shall blow everything up. And with one voice, the garrison replied, we shall die for liberty. Boudet sent a herald to the fortress, but Dessalines wanted no lying messages and shot him down. And whereupon Boudet engaged one of the outposts, the blacks retreated before him until they reached the ditch, and then they jumped in, and a terrific fire of artillery and musketry cut the French to pieces. Get their asses. The French broke, and Boudet was wounded, and Leclerc gave the command to retreat, and leaving the ground covered with dead and wounded. And as they retired, Dugas, chief of staff, accompanied by Leclerc, arrived with his division and led his troops at the fortress. They reached the ditches, and the relentless fire from Dessalines' artillery was too much for them, and they wavered. And seeing them waver, the garrison, uttering loud hurrahs, threw planks across the ditch and drums, beating the attack, pursued the retreating Frenchmen, and these turned back and charged with the bayonet. The blacks appeared to fly before them, but it was only to jump into the ditches again. When the fire from the fortress decimated the French ranks, and Dugas fell wounded in 2 places. Leclerc was slightly wounded, and the French that day lost nearly 800 men. And some days after came Rochambeau. Having lost Toussaint, he arrived with his forces fresh and ready for battle. He was warned of the 2 previous disasters, but having silenced the fire of Lamartine's redoubt, let me make sure that word. Redoubt. I think it's redoubt. R-E-D-O-U-B-T. Redoubt. Redoubt.
Here's the definition of redoubt.
No, I won't read out. Redoubt. D-O-U-B-T.
Redoubt.
It is. Redoubt. A temporary or supplementary fortification, typically square or polyagonal, and without flanking defenses. The British stormed the rebel redoubt. The redoubt. Let me mark it. Redoubt. I'm gonna write it down. The redoubt. 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 The redoubt. He was warned of the two previous disasters, but having silenced the fire of La Martinre's redoubt by an intensive bombardment, he attacked it, leading his division in person, and he was beaten back. He himself wounded, and his division lost 300 men. The French had thus lost 1,500 men outside of Creta, Peru, and 12,000 of them under Leclerc now encircled the 1,200 men in the fortress. And Dessalines had left to raise the laborers on the countryside, but the garrison gave him their word not to surrender. Fired by the determination and courage of their leader, the besieged ran up the red flag at the four corners of the fortress and intimating that they were neither giving nor taking quarter. The black garrison, beating off assaults and hurling defiances at 10 times its number, Toussaint traveling swiftly northward to cut Leclerc's communication, and Bonaparte's periods were in a tangle, and Leclerc was getting very, very anxious. It was now halfway through March, and the rainy season was almost there, and feverishly Leclerc set his men to fortify their position. And Pichon was in the besieging army with the corpse of the mulattoes and former free, and it was Pichon who devised ways and means of investing the fortress by the use of local material. But their hard fighting and labors in the strange and unaccustomed climate wore down the French soldiers, and this was not the way that they were conquered in Italy, in Egypt, and in the Pyrenees, and on the Rhine. And Dessalines, raiding their lines from the neighboring hills, kept them constantly on alert. But by subjecting them to these unceasing strains, they would fall easy victims to the fever in the rainy season. Get their asses. Get their asses. Excuse me. Now, all these blacks were bewildering enemies, and they had the organization and discipline of the trained army, and at the same time, all the tricks and dodges of guerrillas. A black appeared among Boudet's soldiers, claiming to be a deserter, as Dude, in the midst of his guard, questioned him. He seemed overwhelmed with fear, but he was a scout, and having learned all he wanted to know, he made a dash for safety. And Boudet, who saw his movement first, tried to stop him, but the black nearly bit off his thumb. Then, dashing beneath the legs of a horse, he overthrew a soldier who tried to stop him, plunged into the river, and escaped amid a shower of bullets. He was struck, for on the opposite bank he collapsed, but a party of his own people carried him off. And Dessalines' relentless murders of all whites were having their effect. The French soldiers were retaliating, and Leclerc and his generals were shooting their prisoners, hundreds of blacks at a time, 600 at one shooting. And the black laborers, though not leaping to the attack, were hostile to the invading whites. They watched their movements from the distance and fired at their flanks. And if the French dispatched a body of men to disperse them, they fled. And as soon as these rejoined the main body, the laborers reappeared again. It was evident that there were no longer inspired moral terror, and it is the greatest misfortune that can befall an army. And Leclerc could see the effect on the population of this indomitable challenge to the famous army of the First Consul. The dishonest political position of the French army was now taking its toll, and the soldiers still thought of themselves as a revolutionary army. Yet, at nights, they heard the blacks in the fortress sing the Marseillaise, the C.L.R, and the other revolutionary songs. And LaCroix records how these misguided wretches, as they heard the song started and looked at the officers as if to say, have our barbarous enemies justice on their side? Are we no longer the soldiers of the Republic, France? And have we become the crude instruments of policy? A regiment of Poles, remembering their own struggle for nationalism, refused to join in the massacre of 600 blacks and ordered by Leclerc. And later, when Dessalines was reorganized the local army, he would call one of his regiments the Polish Regiment. Toussaint had no mercy on local whites, but he treated the French prisoners with courtesy and care and spoke frequently to them, explained his stand, and later, as the army went to pieces, some soldiers deserted to the blacks, and all that was needed was a highly political detachment of white Jacobins fighting in the black ranks and calling on Leclerc's soldiers to come over. But the garrison had neither doubts nor scruples, and being without water, they kept in their mouths balls of lead in order to quench an unsupportable thirst. And nobody complained. The officers asked the chief of ambulance for doses of poison to prevent them from falling alive into the hands of the French, and the wounded after their companies in case of evacuation to kill them before they left. Now the French were supplied with artillery and began in 3 days bombardment, intending to beat the fortress and the redoubt to dust. And their black and mulatto allies were a mighty support. And Pichon, skilled in artillery, threw cannonball after cannonball into the fortress. And when his men complained of always being put in the front, he rebuked them. You wretches, he said in a low voice, as if ashamed that the French should hear. Are you not honored to be placed first? Be quiet and follow me. And LaCroix asked Baudin, that valorous Negro, to hold a pontoon. And do not worry, General, was the reply. They will take it when Crow told him to be of good cheer. They will take it when I'm dead. And nervous for another in a difficult position, LaCroix told him to be of good cheer. Do not be worried, General, replied Hennon. And 10 years now, I have cheerfully made war for the Republic. And why should I not do it for a quarter of the hour for friendship? I would have been difficult enough in any circumstances to tear the epaulets from the shoulders of these niggers, both majors, but it would be trebly so after the services they were rendering with such gallant, even debonair loyalty. And every day of war was piling up mountains in the way of Bonaparte's clear and precise instructions. We're going to read about another page or so. Let's see what a stopping point is going to be. Another page and a half. We'll read another page and a half. We should be able to do that. Now, Toussaint had started with little over 1,000 men. But as he went along, he raised the laborers, and at the sight of him and the sound of his great voice, they came. He appeared before Henry, and the garrison fled, and Leclerc sent Hardy to follow him. And Toussaint threw out his curtain of troops, which led Hardy into the wrong direction, and made him describe a circle, and at the end remained like Rochambeau with no troops to fight against. And he commanded Christophe, who was in the mountainous districts of Petit Riverie, to go to the Grand Riverie in the north and keep the roads to Le Camp and the Spanish part of the island open. In Marmalade, Grand Riverie, Dondon, and Sanssouci, Port Francis, his own northern districts whose spirit he had so ruthlessly broken, the laborers were massing now. And one of his adherents held the mountains of Lembe, another of the mountains around Plaisance, and Desfonaux held Plaisance itself, guarding Leclerc's communication with Le Camp. And if Toussaint took Plaisance, he would join hands with Christophe and Maurepas and raise the whole of the North Plain and capture Le Camp. And then with his authority restored in the north, take Leclerc in the rear. He launched the first attack on the Fort Beret, as usual, leading the charge with sword drawn. And while the battle raged, Desfourneaux from Plaisance sent reinforcements, and Toussaint himself went to meet these. To his amazement, he saw advancing against him soldiers wearing the uniform of the 9th Brigade, the crack corps under the command of Maurepas, and he recognized at once what had happened. And riding out alone to within 5 or 6 paces of the regiment, he spoke to them. Soldiers of the 9th, will you dare to fire on your general, your fathers and your brothers? The black soldiers fell on their knees before him, and he would have won them back. But the Europeans with them fired on Toussaint. His own soldiers rushed up to protect him. And as that moment, a young officer handed to Toussaint a letter from Dessalines and was immediately shot, dying in Toussaint's arms. And the captain of Toussaint's dragoons was grievously wounded at his side, and holding the wounded man on his horse, Toussaint galloped away. Dessalines' letter told him that Crête-à-Paris and the redoubt were completely invested with such large forces that he could not relieve them, and he abandoned the project of marching on Le Camp, and sent to tell Dessalines that he was returning to relieve the fortress. But Dessalines could not wait, and on March 24th, the 3rd day of the bombardment, the French captured a black man and a black woman. The man said he was blind. Only the whites of his eyes could be seen, and he could scarcely walk. And while the old black woman with him said that she was deaf, suspecting them to be spies, the French beat them mercilessly. But they only sobbed and wailed, said nothing, and lay as if unable to move. And Leclerc, on his rounds, took pity on them and asked that they should be allowed to go about their business. But not until the French threatened to shoot them did they get up and walk. And as soon as they were out of reach, they began to dance and ran to the fortress and gave Dessalines orders to evacuate. They held it down. They stood on business. At nightfall, La Martinerie left the redoubt and rejoined the main force, and there were only 800 800 of them now, but they were going to make their attempt to cut their way through. And Magny was La Martinerie's superior officer, but in moments of crisis, it is merit that counts, and by common consent, La Martinerie took command. And between 8 and 9 in the evening, the men of the garrison threw themselves on Leclerc's divisions, and strong fortifications and the fierce gunfire stopped them. Suddenly, reversing their tactics, they retreated and attacked the division of Rochambeau, and they broke through. And Rochambeau fled in the neighboring woods to save his life, and La Martinerie and Magny, with 700 men, rejoined Dessalines, having accomplished one of the most remarkable feats of arms and of the period. We almost there. I have another half a page, and I'll get to that stopping point. Now, Toussaint reached the fortress just too late and did not know that the evacuation had taken place. And let's see how we pronounce this word. Let me mark it first. Reconnoitering. I know I'm mispronouncing it. Let's find out how it's pronounced. RECONNOITRING. Reconnoitering. To make a military observation of a regime, and reconnoiter, to make a military observation of a regime. reconnoiter. Reconnoiter. I hear some shit in the trees. The boy asleep, auntie. The boy asleep. Toussaint reached the fortress just too late and did not know that the evacuation had taken place. Reconnoitering, he detected a weakness in the disposition of Leclerc's forces, and he planned to raid that general's headquarters and arrest him with the whole of his staff. And he was as daring and as tireless as ever, but his politics still lagged behind events. And if he had captured Leclerc and his staff, he was going to send them back to France with an account of Leclerc's conduct, and asked the First Consul to send someone worthy of confidence to whom he might hand over the government. And he seemed still to be hoping that if he defeated Leclerc, Bonaparte would see reason and the valuable connection with France but be maintained. But the days for that were over, and Dessalines had pronounced the word independence, and Magny and La Martinerie and the garrison of Cry-à-Perrot had defied not Leclerc but France, and Toussaint was still thinking in terms of the decree of February 4th, 1794. The Black Revolution had passed him by. And we'll stop it there. We'll stop it there. We read about 11 pages. We read 11 pages because we had started on page 310. We got to 321. On page 321. Hey, we moving through, man. We moving through. We moving through the Black Jacobins. We're rolling our way through. We're making some headway. We're almost to the end of the book. The end of the Sea of Pages, laid to us by C.L.R. James. The Black Jacobins, the Toussaint Louverture, and the San Domingo Revolution. Hey, there's some fighting going on, baby. Dessalines is fighting right now, man. They whipping boys. Who else is fighting? Maurepas is fighting. Dessalines is fighting. Toussaint is fighting. And if Toussaint wouldn't have killed Mouzet would have been fighting. La Martinerie is fighting. Oh, everybody fighting. Oh man, this is the same way you need to fight in your own mind, man. This is the same way you need to fight in your own mind. You need to fight against the propaganda that's being tried to be fed to you. You need to fight against the own deceits of your own mind, the lies that you tell yourself. You have to fight against them. Because you'll do yourself in. You'll do yourself in and be working for the other team. Man, don't work for the other team. Shit. You better be lucky Dessalines not over. Dessalines trying to kill all the pink people. All the pink people gotta go. And all the copper people stay. That was Dessalines' mindset. Kill all the pink people and free all the copper people. Hey, but that was part 23. That was part 23 of Reading with Shiloh. Part 23 of this book, The Black Jacobins. Oh man, now I gotta do 250 things. So we done worked our body, we done worked our mind. It's time to work our body one last time, man. I can tell you I'm tired, man. Maybe it's the rainy weather. I don't know. Maybe it's the rainy weather. Or maybe it's just that sleep monster on my shoulders. Go to sleep, boy. Bitch, get up off me. That's what I need him to do. Get up off me. Get up off me. But the objective was to succeed in reading. And we succeeded. We succeeded in reading today. We succeeded in part 23. And as long as you have breath to breathe, then you have all you need to succeed. And you must do so. You must do so. You must succeed. Keep pushing. Keep striving for betterment, better yourself. And once again, if not for you, maybe for those that come after you. Maybe those that come after you, a better them is something that'll sit in your mind better. Maybe it's a vision you can work towards a lot better, a lot easier. Oh man, I don't want to do no 100 jumping jacks. I don't want to do no workout, but the workout has to be done because at the end of it, like I said, I knew I would have done 500 things. I would have done 500 things. Oh man. Before that sleep monster get me, let's go ahead and get these. Oh shit. Oh Lord. Let's go ahead and get this last workout out the way. Let's get it out the way. The quicker we get it done, hey, the quicker we can move on to what's next. Whatever's next. Whatever y'all have to do during the day. So if you gave me 50 things earlier, cool. Give me 50 more. Hey, all praises, all praises. You're doing something. Your body is moving. I'm about to give you 250. That's what I'm going to do. 250 things. Oh, Lord. But let's get it, man, because we ain't going to, you ain't going to lose no weight sitting on your ass. You ain't going to lose nothing sitting on your ass. You ain't going to build nothing sitting on your ass. You know, so if you want to build yourself up, knock somebody way off you, you got to get up and move. You have to get up and move. You have to make a move. You have to make a move. So let's make a move. Ooh, man. Let's get 100 jumping jacks. Let's get that 100 out the way. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, I can feel it in my ankles already. I can feel it in my ankles already. Oh, man. You heard that? You heard that popping? Come on, ankles. We got jobs to do. We trying to walk around till I'm 92. Let's get it, man. 100 jumping jacks. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. 10 more. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh, shiznit. Oh, man, 100. Let's get the other things out the way. Let's get the other things out the way. That's 100 of them. 100 of them. 100 of them. Let's do 100 of these. Oh, man. Yeah. 100 of these. 100 of these. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Oh, I feel it in my inner thigh. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, help me. 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 1, 92, 93. Slow is worse. 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh, slow is worse. Slow is worse. Oh, Lord, my inner thigh. Oh, me, oh, my. Slow is worse. Oh, shit. 50 push-ups. Let's get those 50 push-ups. Oh, shit, that's bad on me. Oh, it hurt me. I felt it, though. 25 up, 25 down. And then we can move around. Let's get it, man. Whew, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 down. 25 down. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. You know, when I change my hand positions or it work different parts and I can feel it different, 20. But I got to keep it in 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 11, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that shit hurt. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. 500 things, baby. That's 500 things for this episode. That's 500 things for episode 23. Episode 23. La Montagne. Oh, man. That's 500 things for this episode. Oh, man. Oh, shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. That cool air feel good coming from my window, boy. Oh, man. Hey, though. We have succeeded. We have succeeded. We have succeeded. Damn, 45% chance of lightning, light thunderstorms today. I should get out there and cut the grass right now, but I don't want to cut it right now. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes. We'll see if it rains or not. If it don't rain, hey, by Friday, I definitely got to cut my grass by Friday. By Friday, for sure. But, hey, man, we succeeded today. We succeeded in reading. We succeeded in small. And now we can continue working our way up to succeeding in big. You know, you have to do what you have to do. Small steps. Some motion is better than no motion. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep striving for greatness, for betterment of yourself. Burn down the plantations in your mind. It's time for a revolution in your mind, an insurrection in your mind. Man, whatever you looking for, you need to seek and find it, man. Go after it. Even if it's just a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, but work your way up, a little bit at a time, and then work your way up to more at a time and more at a time. Build yourself up. You have to build yourself up and have some consistency and some discipline. These are things that you're going to need in life. You're going to need it because they have been consistent and disciplined into feeding you with the bullshit. So you're going to have to be consistent and disciplined into trying to get rid of the bullshit while continually defending yourself against the bullshit that is continually coming at you. You have control of your own life. You have control of your life. If you don't, you need to take control of your life. Take control of it. The same way Toussaint and them did in Haiti is the same way you need to take control of your shit. Start the revolution in your shit. Start it here. Start it here. And work in your household. And, then we can start branching off into other things. But you must start with you first. You must start with you first. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your people, man, SHILO out here reading shit, doing shit. We building shit. We learning shit, man. We about to be about some shit. And I'm going to keep being a pirate on the sea of pages out here. Or SHILO, destroyer of worlds. Because I'm sure trying to destroy the lies that they feed us with the truths that they try to hide in these books from us. If I can open a book and it's something that you have heard, something that I have read that can cause an uproar in that plantation in your mind, that can cause some type of feeling of I need to be better in you. Hey, all praises, all praises. Let's act on it. Let's move on it. Let's get it growing. Let's nurture it. Let's defend it. You can do it. You can do it. You have all you need to succeed as long as you have breath to breathe. And if you're watching me, then you got breath to breathe, man. You have breath to breathe, ma'am, sir, or ma'am, either one you are. Do it. Breathe and succeed. Breathe and succeed. Get your ass up and succeed. Succeed. But till next time. Till next time, baby. I'm out here. I'm out here doing my thing. Shalom, man. I'll keep pushing. Shalom, everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. This is just the start of it. Keep pushing. You got a lot more to go. Lord willing, let his will be done. Let his will be done. And hopefully you standing on the right side of things. So, till next time, man. Catch me on the back end, man.